All right, with today being Thanksgiving, what better time to reflect on all the things that we are thankful for? Our next guest is certainly no exception. Here with his list of things that he's thankful for is Orange County Register business columnist Jon Lansner. We're glad to have you here in studio, Jon. Thanks for coming down.
My pleasure.
Yeah, all right, let's start about the thing I'm most thankful for as far as economics are concerned, cheaper gas. It's been great.
I'm saying if there's one sort of plus to the sort of economic downturn is that the price of gas has collapsed. And, you know, it was nice to be at Costco the other day and pay $1.85 and, you know, not get broke, you know, filling up. And it's real money. I mean, you know, we've gotten a drop down now that probably the typical driver in Orange County is probably saving, assuming these prices versus the summer, $1,000+ per car. I mean, that's real money. It's going to make a difference. Whether or not they spend it or not or use it to pay down debt, probably a bit of a bigger economic question. But clearly it's a plus that I don't think back at Labor Day anyone was expecting. So it's something to be thankful for.
Of course, the retailers are hoping that on Black Friday everyone will go out and spend that extra cash. Now, what's the forecast for the shopping season? Any thoughts?
Somewhere between miserable and terrible, and you know, I don't think there's much hope of. I mean, I think you're going to start to see. You know, the big question probably is after the holidays, what other chains are closing? You know, we've just seen this parade of retailers failing, and the economy isn't strong enough to support that many retailers anymore.
What about our homes down in Orange County?
You know, we've spent a lot of time on this show talking about the downside of falling home prices, but clearly there are some positives. You know, one, you're seeing you know, a huge pop in the buying in Orange County, and that's clearly a positive. We're nowhere near where we used to be, but at least we're seeing that low prices get people buying. Another interesting way to look at it is that at the peak of this cycle, you could buy one home in Orange County or 3 of the average homes across the United States. We're pushing that average almost back down to 2, which is about where we've been over the past 20 years. And that's important because then as employers start hiring again, when that happens, we don't know. When they're looking for people out of town, we'll be more competitive with other cities or people staying put. So, I mean, it's a plus for the economy. It's hard to swallow if you own a house and have lost a lot of your equity, but clearly something to be thankful for.
When you talk about the cheaper homes, though, are you including foreclosures in that formula?
Certainly, you know, foreclosures have been the thing to buy, you know, the past 3-4 months. Clearly, they're where the discount is and where buyers are, you know, thinking they're bargains. Whether or not we'll find out, but you know, clearly we have seen a dramatic run up in cheaper homes, particularly in the center part of the, you know, the city. You have a place like Santa Ana where sales this time of year are about triple what they were a year ago, because that's where the bargains are.
Right.
Hard to get loans. Good, bad, your view?
Well, you know, on one hand, if you're trying to borrow and you can't get the loan that you thought of a couple years ago, that's probably discouraging, but I think this is a part of the economic cycle where having the banker saying no to you may be a blessing in disguise, something to be thankful for again.
Right.
Because if you're not a perfect credit and can easily afford that loan, whether it's a car loan, a home loan, or you know, some sort of credit card, you know, maybe the banker's doing you a favor and saying, you know, it's time to save or perhaps not time to buy.
Yeah, now is not the time to take out a loan in a risky situation.
Unless you're, you know, got a real fat wallet and understand what you're doing, no.
Right.
I mean, and there aren't a lot of people, you know, in this part of the world, at this part of the cycle, who are able to take on a lot of risk.
I think most of us are thankful on many levels that the election's over. We've been electing this president for 2 years now, and thankfully it's done. But the markets have also responded.
You know, everyone from the stock market, I think, to me and you, just being thankful it's over. And now, instead of deciding who's the plus of one side or the plus of the other side, now we have certainty, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
And now you can deal with it, whether that means how you invest or how you spend or how you move or manage your job or your career or your business. Now you have certainty, and certainty is usually good, you know, in the long run for the economy.
A little stronger U.S. dollar?
Well, you know, I mean, again, another thing, it's sort of interesting where for the past year the dollar's been down, people saying, oh my gosh, maybe the U.S. won't be the same world economic power it's been. All of a sudden we get this really deep crisis and everyone wants the dollar again, everyone wants U.S. Treasury bills again. Yeah. It is interesting when things get really, really bad that people want the U.S. currency again. And, you know, that's good because one thing it is, we can buy more foreign goods, and we all know how many we buy at a cheaper price, and it's a, you know, sort of good economic morale. So it's, you know, one of those odd things you could be thankful for as long as you're not in the export business.
Exactly. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming in on this holiday weekend, and your family's joining you as well. Where are they from?
New York.
New York. They love it here in Orange County? Are they
It's hard to beat the
over
weather.
it? Very good. All right, Jon, thanks a lot for coming in.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks,
appreciate
John.
it.
Appreciate it.